Hello, everybody, and we're back. Super Bowl IX with the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Minnesota Vikings at Pasadena, California at the Rose Bowl. It'll be Pittsburgh's first trip to the Super Bowl. And let's see if the Vikings can upset the Steelers. Again, how we're doing it here is whoever actually won the Super Bowl will be given the home field advantage. So a dot will be Pittsburgh winning the coin flip and getting the ball first. A blank will be the Vikings. Let's get down to the field here at the Rose Bowl and get this game underway. So Pittsburgh will get the ball first. 65 will be average field position. Oh, yeah, exactly. Two tough defenses. That Vikings offense was pretty darn good this year. Tim, you got a semi-dynamic, semi-solid, semi-reliable, secure, disciplined. Only bad thing is they're semi-inefficient, and their defense isn't quite as good as 73s. They're staunch and semi-passive. They're taking on that steel curtain, a staunch, stiff, and punishing defense. And this was the year where the running game dominated for Pittsburgh. They're solid. They are undisciplined. They're only semi-solid, undisciplined, and semi-inefficient. So their defense sure is the catalyst of this Pittsburgh Steeler team. So Pittsburgh gets the ball in average field position to start this game. Here we go. See what the Steelers can do here with their opening drive. It'll be 2 ticks off the clock. We got a 1-1-4. A 1-1-4 is a prolific offense. Nope. That's not going to happen. Erratic offense. Nope. So there'll be a punt. The Steelers will have to punt on the first drive. Oh, exactly. Yeah, that black and gold is good looking uniforms, that's for sure. 45 will be average field position for the Vikings. Start their first drive. Like I say, they got a pretty darn good offense. Let's see what they can do against this steel curtain. 4 ticks come off the clock. See if any more come off. No, so we'll have a 1-3-6. A prolific offense. And that's the one thing they're not. A stiff defense, yes, they are. Punt backed up. The drive began with great field position, just a regular punt, but it didn't. So it's a punt backed up. Both defenses coming out and hitting. So the steel curtain knocks the Vikings backwards. A punt backed up on a 15 is roll a 1d6 on a roll of 1 to 2. The punt is blocked. Otherwise, average field position. So 1 or a 2, they block the punt. They don't, so it's just average field position for Pittsburgh. Vikings dodge a bullet there. Here we go. Their second drive of the game for Pittsburgh. 3 ticks come off the clock. And that'll take us under 5 minutes with a 2-3-5. And the quarterback scrambles and is hit as he throws an interception. TB throws an interception. Two on the interception. Defenders tackled immediately after the pick. Average field position for the Vikings. Defensive game. Here comes the Vikings' second possession. And it'll be 3 ticks off the clock. Quick moving quarter. And this will end the first quarter with a 3-5-5. Prolific offense. No, they are not. Inept defense. No, they are not. So we'll have a coffin corner punt. Trying to pin Pittsburgh deep. to end this first quarter. 62 is average field position, unable to do so. Ball bounces into the end zone. Pittsburgh will start from the 20 to start this second quarter. Nothing game. Both coaches coming out conservative, not wanting to take a chance. Pittsburgh's already thrown one interception. Here we go. We got 2 ticks off the clock to start the second quarter with a 1-3-6. That ain't looking good, is it? A prolific offense? No, they are not. A stiff defense? No, they are not. Just a punt. Pittsburgh unable to move the ball. 25. That's a great punt, though. Pins Minnesota in poor field position. Backed up inside the 20. Here we go with their first drive of the second quarter. 1 tick off the clock. And it's a 1-1-6. And a 1-1-6. A prolific offense. No, that's coming up a lot. An inept defense, not hardly. So that'll be a coffin corner punt. Again, Minnesota moves the ball, but unable to get in field goal range. Trying to pin Pittsburgh back. Oh, yes, I got that app off of Alan Shaw had it on his channel. I thought it was an actual scoreboard, and he said, no, that's my phone. It's literally called Scoreboard. You look for it on your app store, Tim. A 36 on the coffin corner. Great decision. They pinned Pittsburgh back deep in their own end. So they switched the field position. They went from poor field position. Now Pittsburgh's in poor field position. And 2 ticks come off the clock. That'll take us under the 10-minute mark on a 3-4-4. Mouter undisciplined defense, and that ain't happening. Defense comes through with a big stop when it was needed. A coffin corner punt by Pittsburgh. Both defenses are doing the bend but don't break. They're letting them move the ball, but they're not letting them get in scoring position. 11 on a coffin corner. Punt return team electric? No, they are not. Otherwise, average field position for the Vikings. All righty here. Just under 10 minutes to go here in the first half. 1 tick comes off the clock. It was a quick move in first quarter. The second quarter isn't. A 1-4-4 again. Poor field position. No. Undisciplined offense. No. We got a field goal attempt this time. And 11-43 for the Vikings to get on the board first. A 53, no good. Wide right. No good. Pittsburgh will get the ball in average field position. Still nothing here with 7:30 to go. Halfway through this second quarter. 1 tick comes off the clock. Takes us to the 6:15 mark on a 1-5-5. Secure offense? No, they are not. Clumsy offense? No, they are not. An active defense? No, they are not. Is this a punt? Like I say, playing very conservative. 31. Excellent punt. Pins Minnesota back. They're playing a field position game. Are these two teams, Minnesota in poor field position? 2 ticks come off the clock. Takes us under the 5-minute mark on a 1-3-4. Poor field position. Yes, it is. We'll have to punt the ball away. Very defensive game. Here we go with another punt. An 11 is the punt return team electric. They are semi-electric. I didn't roll the decider die. Decider die says no, they are not. So average field position for Pittsburgh. I could have opened the game up with a nice punt return. Here we go. TB back in the pocket. Can he move the ball around? Only 1 tick comes off the clock. Leaves us with 2:30 to go. They are ineffective. And the decider die says they are, so that'll be 2 ticks that'll come off the clock here. So on a 1-2-6. Reliable offense. No, they are not. A shaky offense. No, they are not. An aggressive defense. No, they are not. Another punt. Another punt with 1:15 left in the game, in the quarter, and in the half. A 42. That'll be average field position for the Vikes. They are semi-inefficient too. So they get the dot. Anything will end this quarter then. And they do get the dot, and that will end the quarter since they're inefficient. That'll be 2 dots, so that will end the quarter, and we go to the halftime with the score 0-0. First Super Bowl I've played where there hasn't been any scoring in the first half. The Vikings will get the ball to start the third quarter here and start this second half. Score 0-0. Here we go. And a 51 will be average field position. Did anybody make halftime adjustments to move this ball? 4 ticks off the clock. See if there's any more. Takes us to the 10-minute mark. It was a 1-1 with a dot. No, so it'll be a 1-1-6. 1-1-6. A prolific offense. No, they are not. An inept defense. No, they are not. Again, they're able to move the ball, but they can't get in scoring position. We got a coffin corner punt. A 56. Average field position for Pittsburgh. Did Chuck Noll and Terry Bradshaw figure out a way to move the ball against these purple people eaters? It'll be 3 ticks off the clock. Quick moving quarter here again. That's what happened in the first quarter. On a 4-5-6. Season prior to 1987, it sure is. Interception. TB's second interception of the game. Is this what it takes to turn this game around? Get some offense. A 3. Defender has a modest return to average field position for the Vikes. He was unable to take advantage of the first interception. See what they do here. 3 ticks come off the clock, and you're not going to believe this. We just had this. 4-5-6. You know what that means? Season prior to 1987, back-to-back interceptions. The Vikings throw the ball up. Fran the man. See what the Steelers can do with this interception. It's a 4. Good return. Great field position. First time anybody started out in great field position. Can the Steelers cash in here and get on the board first? 2 ticks come off the clock. That's a 2-3-4. Dull offense. No. Staunch defenses. Sure is. Another punt. Unable to cash in. These defenses are all that in a bag of chips tonight. Here's the punt. 11. Is it an electric punt return? No. So just be average field position for the Vikes. All righty. Who's going to blink first? 3 ticks come off the clock. Takes us under the 5-minute mark. 2:30 to go in the third quarter. A 1-2-5. Solid offense. Semi-solid. The dot says they're not. Punishing defense, they certainly are. Punt backed up. Still Courtney comes up with a big sack apparently. Knocks them backwards. See what happens here with the punt backed up. A 26. And let's see here with a 26 average field position for Pittsburgh. Okay, can TB and Franco move the ball at all? 1 tick comes off the clock. Guess it's a minute 15 to go in the quarter. A 1-2-2. Poor field position. No, it is not. Great field position. No, it is not. A field goal attempt. This is Pittsburgh's first chance to get on the board. Minnesota missed their first field goal attempt. The Steelers are 11-51 to get on the board. 46, it's good. Our first points of the game. 3-0. Sure. 3-0. No touchdowns yet. We're in the third quarter. Just a minute 15 to go in the third. Minnesota with the kick. I know. Holy cow's right, Tim. 55 average field position. Anything but a 1 will take us into the fourth quarter. It's a 5, so we'll go into the fourth quarter here with your score 3-0 Pittsburgh. Okay, fourth quarter. Sure, the lowest scoring Super Bowl in history right now. Alrighty, with a 3-4-5. A dynamic or home offense. They are semi-dynamic. The decider die, of course, says no, they are not. A soft defense, that ain't happening. So we got another punt. Another punt. Still Curtin is doing their job. A 52, that'll be average field position for Pittsburgh. Can they add to the lead here? A touchdown might just seal the deal here. Up by 10, the way this game's going. 4 ticks come off the clock. Take us to the 8-minute mark. Let's see if any more time comes off. Yes, it does. 2 more ticks. A 7.5-minute drive takes us to the 5-minute mark on a 1-3-6. A prolific offense. No, they are not. A stiff defense. No, they are not. It'll just be a punt. But they ran off a lot of time. Like I say, takes us to the 5-minute mark. And a 14, what's that? That is in the open. Roll of a 6. 1d6 returner in the open. Otherwise, in average field position. One this has to be a 6 for it to be in the open. And it is. How about this? In the open on the punt. Sure. Okay. This could be the break the Vikings need. A 4. 1 man to beat, and that's going to do it. They can't catch him. Touchdown Vikings on the punt. Minnesota. Punt and return for a touchdown to take the lead here in this game. Sure, special teams. Sure, their extra point ain't that great. 11-55. 26, the extra point is good. And just like that, it is 7-3. Pittsburgh trailing now with 5 minutes to go in this game. Let's see what the kickoff brings. A punt return for a touchdown. Sure. A 35 average field position. Field goal doesn't do them any good here. They need a touchdown. No offense have scored a touchdown yet. It'll be 2 ticks off the clock. They are semi-inefficient. So we'll take 3 ticks off because the dot says they are inefficient. That'll only leave a minute 15 to go in the game and a 2-4-5. Are they a dynamic offense? No, they are not. Are they a porous offense? No, they are not. Punt for coffin corner, so they'll go for it here. They got to go for it on 4th down. A 4. Are they a dynamic offense? No, they are not. Otherwise, pass falls incomplete. Average field position, turnover on downs. And here comes Minnesota to seal the deal. They are inefficient. So if they get a dot, since they're leading, if they get a 1, the game will not end. They get a 1 and a dot, so no time goes off the clock. It's a 1-5-6. Are they in poor field position? I think it said average with that, didn't it? Pass falls in, it was average field position. So 1-5-6. Great field position. No. Fumble. The Vikings fumble the ball. Sure. What can the Steelers do with this fumble? There's life left in Pittsburgh. It's a 2. Ball carrier drops the ball, reaching for the extra yards. Average field position for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is semi-inefficient, so if they get a dot, they have to get a 1 with no dot, or this game is over. They get a 2, so this game is over. The Vikings survive a 7-3 game. Ain't that something? No touchdowns offensively. Just a punt return for a touchdown as the Vikings win 7-3. And what has to be the most boring defensive football game in the history of the Super Bowl, that's for sure. Sure. That's unbelievable is right, Tim. Unbelievable. I knew those defenses was tough, but that was crazy. Sure. You had a fumble, almost gave Pittsburgh the win, and then that punt return for a touchdown. Yeah, great game. It was a great game, even with no offense. I agree. Exciting finish, anyway. Yep. Well, I want to thank Tim for stopping by. I don't know if we'll be back on later tonight or not. It's almost 9:30 here on the East Coast. So we played 3 Super Bowls here tonight. Got up to Super Bowl 9. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And you all have a great evening. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Pasadena here at the Rose Bowl, hit that like button. And leave any comments. Hope y'all are enjoying this replay of the Super Bowls. We're 9 down. Oh, thank you, Tim. You take care too, and you're welcome, bud. Like I say, you have a great evening, everybody. Until next time.